Just because we're Class 1B doesn't mean we're second-rate or can't win this whole thing. So let's step it up and show those jerks what we can do. Are you with me?
A student from Class 1B whose quirk, copy, allows him to copy the quirk of anybody he comes in contact with, for a limited amount of time. He is incredibly envious and hateful of Class 1A's popularity, wanting to prove Class 1B's superiority really badly.
What a joke! They're actually taking these dumb side games seriously? As usual, those Class 1A idiots really need to get their priorities in check.
Appearance. Neito has short, slick blonde hair, parted to the right on his forehead. He has gray eyes with white pupils. His hero costume is a tuxedo with several clocks around his waist, presumably to help him keep track of time when using his quirk. He leaves his collar upturned, and wears a dotted tie. Personality. Neito is shown to be calm, collected, and intelligent. Among Class B students, he's the most fervent about wanting to topple Class A's popularity. He is also disagreeable, sarcastic, and vocal. He seems to be jealous of Class A's popularity, but also worries that the fact that they are always getting into trouble will get the rest of the school in trouble too.
Here's food for thought. Someday the rest of us might get caught up in your mess, and then we'll all become unwitting victims as well.
When he hears that Class A fails in some way, he will usually laugh out loud and passive-aggressively ask how it's impossible for them to fail, since they are meant to be the superior class.
I wonder if his real quirk is the ability to tell the future. Hey, wasn't Class 1A supposed to be so much better than us?
He is shown to have somewhat of an inferiority complex, as he takes whatever opportunities he can get to mock and challenge one up and surpass anyone in Class 1A.
Oh, sorry. Your head's so big that it's hard to miss.
You're from Class 1B. Monoma, right?
This even extends to mocking himself in order to mock the students in 1A who had to take remedial lessons during the school trip arc, despite he himself being the only one from Class 1B having to also take remedial lessons. He's been quoted by people as being mentally unstable, but this is more than likely a joke regarding his obsession with overtaking Class 1A. In spite of his bitterness and overconfidence, he does seem to feel threatened and intimidated by Class 1A for their skills and strength, as seen when he sighed in relief, when he learned that he would not have to face them in order to gain a provisional license. Abilities. Copy allows Neito to utilize a quirk after coming into contact with his respective user. He does not need to make contact with much, as a few strands of hair seem to be enough for his quirk to take effect. After doing so, Neito gains full access to the quirk he has copied and can use it however he likes. He also seems to instantly know how to activate any quirk that he copies, even if it is his first time seeing or using said quirk. However, a drawback is that Neito can only use the quirk he has copied for 5 minutes, losing access to it after that specific time limit is over. Also, Neito cannot simultaneously use 2 or more copied quirks at the same time, being restricted to only one. Beneath his irritating exterior, Neito has shown himself to be surprisingly intelligent and cunning, instructing the members of Class 1B to hide their abilities during the first round of the sports festival in order to get Class 1A, particularly Bakugo, to underestimate them during the cavalry battle. He is also perceptive enough to quickly figure out the mechanics of the quirks he copies, as well as see through Uraraka's plan against Bakugo when some of the pro heroes present did not. However, he is also exceedingly arrogant and flamboyant, always going out of his way to look down upon his foes and taunt them, being taken completely by surprise should they get the drop on him. The list. Number 1. It is unknown whether his quirk is able to copy mutant-type quirks, similar to how Erasure cannot disable mutant quirks. Number 2. Neito is always the quickest, and often only, member of 1B students to try and trash-talk Class 1A. For all his needling though, Neito is the only one of the 1B students to fail the end-of-term exam. Number 3. Neito's name comes from monomane, meaning mimicry. Additionally, Monoma means among things. Ne means repose, serenity, peace, peaceful, and Hito means person. Number 4. Monoma's costume has a lot of Victorian overtones and several stopwatches attached to his belt, most likely to help him time the duration of his copycat abilities. Number 5. Neito likes French cuisine and Franco-Belgian comics. Number 6. His Japanese voice actor is Kohei Yamasaki, who also voiced Takeshi from Mob Psycho 100, Takaki Ino from Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans, and Otto from Re:Zero, to name a few. Number 7. According to Horikoshi, he didn't use real people as a model, but Neito is an exception. He used a model for Neito. Number 8. His English voice actor was Austin Tindall, who also voiced Marco Bolt from Attack on Titan, Karma Akabani from Assassination Classroom, and Ken Kaneki in Tokyo Ghoul, to name a few. Number 9. Despite having a 5/5 intelligence stat, Neito did not pass the end-of-year exam. Number 10. His birthday is May 13th and was 16 years old. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. To know more about the My Hero Academia, please visit the wiki page.